This is a perfect joint. It's not held together by screws, not nails, not magic, but by something far more powerful. Glue. That's right, wood glue. And if you think all glues are the same, prepare to have your joints blown wide open. I mean, not literally. We want them strong. Today we're diving into the sticky world of woodworking glues. Which to use, when to use them, how to avoid common glue fails, and a few hacks you'll wish you knew years ago. Let's start with the classic, yellow glue, aka PVA glue. Titebond 1, 2, and 3. They all look the same, right? But they're not. All Titebond glues are great for interior projects. They're non-toxic, allow for water cleanup, and have a 30-minute clamp time. That just means it's safe to take your glue up out of the clamps after 30 minutes. But it'll take about 24 hours for the joints to get to full strength. They all have a slightly different open time. The open time is pretty much the workable time after you apply it to your surface before it starts to cure. This can vary depending on temperature and humidity. Titebond 1 is only good for interior joints. It's not water resistant, but it's also the cheapest and has about a 5-minute open time. Titebond 2 is water resistant and food safe. It's great for projects that might get a splash of water or two. It is slightly more expensive than Titebond 1 and it has about a 15-minute open time. Titebond 3 is fully waterproof, very strong, and food safe. This is your, I'm going to make a cutting board and don't want it to explode in the dishwasher glue. It's honestly the best choice for most things, but it's also the most expensive. It also has about a 15-minute open time. All of these glues have about a 2-year shelf life. And while Titebond 3 is technically the strongest, it really doesn't matter that much because they're all stronger than wood. They each have their strengths. Don't just grab whatever's closest. Think about your project. Is it indoor or outdoor? Will it get wet? Do I need a longer open time? Frankly, I don't really use Titebond 2 that much. I typically either want it to be full waterproof or not. Now let's talk about the weird glue, the stuff you may not have on your shelf. I rarely use any of these. Although I did just use some of this epoxy to fix my tripod. Hide glue, which is so hidden that you can't even see it. I don't have any to show you, but it's an old school animal-based glue, which is easy to clean up and reversible with water and heat, which makes it great for restoration work that you might want to take apart again at some point. Polyurethane glue like Gorilla Glue. It expands as it cures. Don't use too much or your glue line will look like it's got rabies. But it sticks to everything. Wood, metal, even stone. If you're working with wetter woods, this glue might be a good choice as moisture actually helps the curing process. If you want to use this glue, just be aware that it has a shorter shelf life. Epoxy. It's a 2-part system. It's super strong, gap filling, waterproof, and great for difficult joints or mixed materials. It has a long open time, but make sure you mix it like you mean it. Lazy mixing equals soft glue. Ah yes, CA glue, which stands for cyanoacrylate. Most of you know it as super glue. It's not just for fixing your kids' broken action figures. In woodworking, it's your best friend for jig making, small parts, and instant holds. It also comes in a variety of colors and thicknesses. Want to hold 2 pieces in place while you screw or clamp them? A dot of CA glue and activator equals clamp in 3 seconds. Need to temporarily attach a template to a workpiece? CA glue plus painter's tape equals perfection. It also works great in crack repair and knot filling, especially with accelerator. And even quick fixes where you told your wife it definitely would be done by last week. Why didn't I wear gloves for this? So how do you know which glue to use? If it's wood to wood and it's an interior joint, PVA glue. Titebond 1 or 2. Outdoor project or cutting board? Titebond 3. Mixed materials, gaps to fill? Epoxy. You sneezed and crack a tiny decorative piece off your box lid? CA glue. I also like using it a lot to quickly stabilize knots in wood. Restoring an antique dresser from 1840 that you might take apart again someday? Hide glue. Working with wood that's not totally dry or non-porous materials? Polyurethane glue. Now let's get into some glue up tips that can save your sanity. When doing glue ups, be sure to put a nice even coat of glue on the surface. A little glue squeezing out is perfect. A lot squeezing out means you use too much. After you clamp up, wait for the glue to gel, about 15 to 30 minutes. Then scrape it off with a chisel or plastic putty knife. Why? If you wipe it off while it's wet, it can spread glue into the wood grain, which may block stain or finish later. This is especially visible on open grain woods like oak, walnut, or mahogany. If you wait too long and let it fully cure, it's much harder to remove and you risk gouging the wood. Clamp time matters. Just because it feels dry doesn't mean it is. Most glues need 30 to 60 minutes of clamp time and 24 hours before full strength. Cold temps slow curing. If your shop is freezing, your glue up will take forever to dry or maybe just fail. So try to plan your glue ups on a warmer day or get a space heater. Here's some weird glue stuff you may not know. Blue tape trick with CA glue. Stick tape to both pieces. Put CA glue between the tapes and press together. It's a nice way to temporarily hold pieces of wood together, but it comes off clean, no residue on your project. If you're working with a super porous wood that drinks glue like it's been lost in the desert, brush a thin layer of glue on both sides first, then let it dry, then glue it for real. Use a straw, cut the end at an angle, and use it to clean up excess glue from tight joints. It also makes you look like a glue ninja. So there you have it. More than you ever thought you'd want to know about glue. But hey, glue is the unsung hero of the workshop. Get it right and your projects stay together for generations. Get it wrong and you're making a very fancy pile of kindling. If this helped, hit that like button like you're clamping two boards together with a maximum pressure. And subscribe for more woodworking content. Let me know your favorite glue trick in the comments or your worst glue disaster. We've all had one. See you guys in the next one.